I'm Jeanna Loves Christmas. Welcome back to the channel for Christmasing. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Jeanna Garland. It is a thing. Jeanna Garland is full, it's lush, it's dreamy, it drips, it melts right off the staircase, but in a way that says, Christmas is here. I am holding in my hands Base Garland. It's not its official name, it's what I call it. And every masterpiece I create, it doesn't even matter if it's Christmassy, at the base of it is my base garland. I use it for everything. We don't need that. First you have to release your garland. This is how it comes. This isn't how you hang it, okay? And it doesn't matter if you have my base garland, if you have cheap garland, if you have any garland. If you don't fluff your garland like you fluff your trees, your garland's not going to perform for you. So, fluff your garland. So when we're hanging something on a staircase, we don't need the garland to be round all the way because it's going up against a staircase. And when we manipulate it, the poppin' part's going to be manipulated with our hands. It's 20 inches wide. You need to make it 20 inches wide. This is what we're trying to create. This is what it looks like fluffed. Ready, set? Let's make the garland. Using this grand 20-inch garland, I'm going to attach this to the staircase with the garland. I'm just gonna put it on there and I'm gonna twist it really, really hard. These branches are not messing around and neither are you. That's a lot of weight and it held it seamlessly. Much like me, this garland is not messing around. The grip is tight here. Okay, I'm gonna count, this is an important tip. You're gonna count how many balusters you need to go between each swoop, and then you need to remain in the same count the whole time up. I'm gonna go 6, so I'm gonna have to go 6 the whole time. If I go 8 on some and like 4 on the other, it's gonna look bad. 6, keep it even all the way up, or 8 or whatever, you can choose it, 10, but the same, all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to bend the swoop. Now see, I'm working on the front of the staircase in the beginning because I really want to see what this consistent pattern is going to look like. I'm going to get the swoop I want. 6. And then I'm going to utilize my garland to make my twist because it's so strong. And I'm going to keep my pattern going all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm really trying to make sure that my swoop stays the same. Can you see? I don't know from the angle if you can see, but the swoop is the same. Well, I like the way this looks. I'm gonna go back and fluff my garland one last time before I start adding my ribbon. And if your garland's popping a little off the baluster, you can grab a couple of your wires, your branches, and twist them, and it'll get really close again. Once everything is on the garland, you can probably pull them off because it'll be heavier then, so it won't be popping, it'll be weighted. I'm starting in with my Most Luxe ribbon. It's this golden fleece from Ferris Silk. This is available on my website. I'm going in with a triple. I do everything in 3 simple loops, a single, a double, and a triple. The triple is the biggest, the most like poppin', but they're all popping. So if you haven't seen my 3 simple loops video, head on over, check it out when this is over, and all my secrets are there. So we're going in with the triple, and I'm gonna start ribboning. It's just like a tree. I'm gonna get into the heart of the garland, which is right in the very heart is in the middle. I'm gonna wrap it around just one time, and I'm gonna create something really pretty, just like that. And I'm going to continue all the way in. If you put your ribbon in and you do it at the end light here, this doesn't look good, so don't do that, okay? You need it to go all the way in. And to get it all the way in, you need to have the pop up, you need this slack in your ribbon. You can't pull it tight. You need to have it like this. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but if you want it to look good, then you need to do it my way. Just kidding. But it's kind of true, okay? I'm going to continue a starting point at every swoop. So I'm gonna work this way, and then I'm gonna work this way, and I'm gonna work this way. So I'm only gonna have 3 cuts. I went in with a double on this one, but I'm going to continue to go right into the heart and let this ribbon drip right off my garland. We need to create a ribboning pattern that is as wide as the garland we are working on. If you are working on a small garland and you're gonna pack it with picks, you can overuse your ribbon. But right now I'm going to go at least as wide as my garland, and sometimes they're gonna come a little bit more. I'm bringing my triple right into the top of where I connected my garland to the handrail. I want the pattern of the ribbon to carry through the entire design. If you are not carrying your ribbon through the entire design, you can just pop around like you would on a Christmas tree. I ran short on the ribbon, so I'm going in with just a single right here because I really do want this particular pattern to be throughout. A little single fixes that. When I'm working on a staircase, I try to stay in front of what I'm doing the entire time. That's not always the case. Sometimes you have to get behind it. But when I'm ribboning, I like to be in front of my staircase, or I like to have an elf below watching what I'm doing all the way up. Because remember, when somebody walks in, they're seeing this, and you just don't want it to be dense and green. I'm leaving a little tail on this one because I'm going to tuck it going up the staircase, because that's the edge of the frame. Whenever you're using ribbon, ribbon is art. So if you feel like you need to cut it because it's better for the design, just cut it. Just cut it and start something new. Don't follow any other rule on that. Cut the ribbon and make the art. You're never gonna regret that. When you take it apart, you can use it again. I'm adding in one more double right here because I didn't want that piece to not have more loops in it. And watch what I'm doing here. I'm gonna bring it under. Remember when I was talking about that rich, that dense green part we don't want to show? I'm gonna cover it. Always adding just a little more texture every time. Just like that. It's connected. This is art. Next, I'm going in with natural glitz. This is an open pattern net. It's natural, but it's got gold in it. And this ribbon creates so much texture, and we love texture. It's a 4-inch, I'm going in next. I have used this, so parts of it might not be whole, and I'm just gonna go with it. That's why you can cut your ribbon. I've already used this, I've already cut it. I'm gonna use it like it's brand new again. You can do this. Okay, I'm going to go in with a single, right at the bottom, coming off my original bow, and I'm gonna work my way down. The texture game on natural glitz is strong. So good. A small little double right at the bottom. And this one's coming in right here underneath that loop, the last loop, as a connector. And it's gonna create just more texture. We're like weaving. We're weaving things together here. With a very organic ribboning pattern, I'm gonna work my way right down the staircase. I'm going in next with this glitter graphic ribbon. This is gonna add that like that I'm missing right now. You could be done though, but why would you wanna be? I'm gonna go in with just some doubles is what I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna work them through all the way down and all the way around. Like, we needed that. Next, I'm going in with a mixed basket. Normally on a tree, I would finish the top and then I would work my way down with individual ornaments, but on a garland, it's different. You want to make sure you have enough of your recipe to work all the way up, because if you run out, then it's not gonna match. And that would be a Christmas catastrophe. So I've made a mixed basket of my recipe going all the way up, and I will rotate the baskets when I finish using them. This is a decorative orb. You can find them anywhere you can find decorative home items. But it's a Christmas ornament. It is a Christmas ornament. If it has holes in it and you can get it on something and it's not too heavy to pull your situation off, then it's a Christmas ornament. If you saw what I did there, I took my wire and I made a hook out of it. And it'll go right through. And now it's a Christmas ornament, just like that. This is gonna add a big item to my garland. And I'm calling it statement. It's my statement item. And it's going right in. Oh. That's so pretty. I love when it works out. My picks are included in my basket. I'm gonna hop all the way around and just decorate this till it looks full to me. I don't plan to go in with anything else when I'm done unless I need to, and then I will. These gorgeous jewels are available on my website in a lot of colors, and we love them. If I don't tell you where something came from, it means it's from my inventory and I don't know. But if I tell you, then it's where you can find it. This is such a gorgeous ornament. This was one of my Sullivan's favorites last year from 2021. And I'm still holding strong to them. We love trios. This is probably one of the oldest ornaments I own, and if I look at it, it might break, but I'm gonna try to get it on there. My next recipe basket is ready. I'm gonna work my way up the stairs. I'm gonna hop all around as far as I can reach with this basket. In a perfect world, there would be an elf right here handing me things, or I would be up there and they would hand them this way. So if you can get a helper on this one, get an elf. It's always a good idea. And just like with anything else I do, I am gonna create a pattern. And the pattern's gonna be something similar to this. I only have 4 orbs. If you find more, I could use them. I'm using the wires on the garland to wrap and secure my items. The picks, just one little, and then it's in there, like that. And then you can pinch it just a little bit. Not as hard as a ribbon, but hard. These orbs are on the heavier side, so I'm going to put 2 wires on them on opposite sides so I can secure it better. When using your picks, we're trying to create this texture. You can see it happening, but it's coming off the edge. Whereas if I put a pick going like this, it just doesn't do as much. We want it coming out of the garland like that, not coming in. When you throw things in a box or your basket or your shopping cart or your online cart, if you're putting things in and it all looks like it's a vibe and it's a mood and it's like good, it's going to be good when you put it in. And I think this really, as I'm doing this, reminds me, I say this often, but it really does look good. When you're wiring into the heart of your tree or your garland, one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing something, like obviously I'm on my tippy toes, is to close my eyes. Because we are gifted with senses. And when you cannot see something, your sense of touch is better. I totally just made that up, but I believe it to be true. So if I am doing anything and I feel like I need a little extra, I always close my eyes when I do it. Everyone's trying to decorate now with their eyes closed. Now I'm just going in and I'm filling in holes. Any small hole I can see is gonna get an ornament. Remembering to decorate the under part of the garland, because as the staircase goes up, that's what's going to be the most visible. Woo! Sweating. It's not lit, I know. Let's light it. I always start my lights at the top. The power source is usually at the top. So if you start it down here, that's not good. Start it at the top, work your way down. And I always light my Jeanna garland after I decorate it, because if I had put the lights on first, you wouldn't be able to see them now. So I'm gonna go through and gently lace them through all the way down, and then you're gonna see the lights. If you could tell in that time-lapse moment, as I was putting the lights on, I was also straightening my bows. So as I went, I just popped everything back out. It's beginning to look a lot like I Love Christmasing with you Christmasers. You can hang out with me whenever you want. If you have any questions, I'll meet you in the DMs over on Instagram. Subscribe here because there's like notifications and things. They're gonna tell you when the videos drop. Find me on TikTok, I'm TikToking, I'm doing all sorts of stuff. I think I'm on Pinterest too. Thank you for Christmasing with me today.